Welcome back to the second part of Let's Prep a Glue Book. Okay. Sorry, guys. I feel like I should let y'all know that at any moment, a big old fluffy butt could perchance just happen to hop up on this desk. She's so cute, I'm not going to move her. So she won't be up here for long. But yeah. But you never know with any one of my girls. They might decide to jump up here at any point in time. My desk is a mess. That's okay. It's okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got some kind of like cold allergy thing happening. Alright. I saw a green one. Yeah, I want to use this green one. So when we left off, I was talking to you guys about this past 2 weeks and how crazy my life has been. Topsy-turvy. In the most unexpected way. Not a good one. Not a good one. I mean, good things have come out of it, but a relationship has come out of it, but and I'm not telling this story for pity. This is what's been going on in my life, and I'm just telling the story. Last week, I found out that we'll just go with my biological father passed away. I hate calling him father because the Heavenly Father's our father, but I cannot ever call him dad because my dad is my dad. The one who gave me his last name, the one who did everything for me, he's been there for me, like that's my dad. And if any of my side of the family happens to come across this YouTube, which I doubt, I'm sorry. I never knew quite what I would feel when that happened. But for the first week, I didn't do anything. I didn't grieve. I was just perplexed. Like, I didn't know how to feel because as a Christian, I care for his soul. It's sad when anybody dies. I don't care who they are. It's sad. But we don't have a relationship. Like when we were younger, I did. I went and visited him and things like that. But we don't have a relationship. And I found myself, which everybody gets angry at times. So I don't mean like, oh, I'm perfect and I never get angry. But anger isn't a normal emotion for me. It takes a lot to get me angry. Like a lot. And I surprised myself with the fact that this man passed and the emotion that I felt was anger. Was anger. I don't believe that he can hear me when I talk to him. I mean, it's just personal. But I spent a lot of time, like, telling him things that either I tried to say to him, but he didn't hear, wouldn't listen. I spent a lot of time, like, just talking to God and giving my anger to the Lord, because regardless, like, there's a whole thing. There's just a whole thing. Regardless if he's biologically related to me or not. I remember being a young girl. Sorry, I know I have to sneeze on. And being excited, knowing that I was going to his house. He was going to come pick me up. And I would tell all of my friends, and I'd be so excited. And I would literally wait at the door. Eventually, my mom would bring me a chair. Then eventually, she would make up some excuse for him, which I don't know why she didn't have to do that, but she would make up some excuse for him, and then he just wouldn't show up. And this happened a lot during my life. And I have a dad, who is there with me through everything, thick and thin, like he is my dad. So I never needed this man. I never needed him. But I found myself being angry at the fact that he didn't choose to show up. If that makes any kind of sense. I'm gonna cut this in half. So, I'm talking to my sister, which we don't talk. But I'm on the phone with her, talking to her about all of these things. And I feel compassion for her. I feel sorry for her for what she's going through. But I felt numb. And so it's been a really weird thing to try and what's the word? I always lose words all the time. It's a weird thing to try and figure out. It's hard to put a word on. And then it's like I feel guilty because I'm not upset. But like I tell myself, it's like he's not my dad. He's never acted like a dad to me. He's never, he was never there, so I'm still trying to process all of that stuff. Because it is a lot. Now, if it had been like my dad, oh gosh, you'd have to scrape me up off the floor. Because I'm like the biggest daddy's girl you have ever met in your life. Still, I am 48 years old. And when I have a bad day, you better believe I call my dad. After I talk to the Lord, I call my dad. Because my dad has just always been that for me. Like the dad that raised me. We might not share blood, but we share heart, To me, that's my dad. That's my dad. And it's offensive for me. And weird, it's weird for me, for that side of my family to call me and tell me, like, oh, your dad this and your dad that. And, like, inside I'm screaming, he's not my dad. He's not my dad. it's such a weird thing to try and process. And yeah, so it's been interesting. It's been an interesting week. And then to find out he left me something all right. He left me and my sister a big old debt. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. This has been a lovely week. But you know what? Nevertheless, God is good. And I've been talking to, my... What is happening here? Okay. Out of this, though, the good thing, the blessing that's come out of this whole thing is that I'm back in touch with my sister. That's been a kind of tumultuous relationship. Well, I don't want to say tumultuous. We just kind of pretended that each other didn't exist because we had enough of our own stuff happening. Yeah. And of course, I was the bad guy. I was the bad guy. I didn't come around. I didn't, that's what, of course, they all think. But they don't know the true story. And I don't really care to try and explain it. I don't really care to try and explain it. They can think what they want, is how I feel. I love them. I pray for them. But I had one of my family members say to me that part of this is your fault, right? And at first I was hurt. At first I was heartbroken. But then my mom is like, they don't know you. They don't know you. They don't know the person you are. They don't know you as a person. So why allow what they say, because he told them what he told them, and they're going to believe what they're going to believe. Well, hi, Fuzzy Butt. So, it's been an interesting week for me. Yeah. So, 2 weeks ago is when he died. He died last... when was it? I'm trying to think. Last Tuesday? He died last Tuesday. And then at the beginning of the week is when I found out the lovely news of all the amazing things that he left behind for me and my sister. And I'm not worried at all, because God has been very good at taking care of me my whole life. And so I'm not worried about that situation in the least. How cute would that be, like, on the edge of a page? That would be adorable. That would be adorable. So it's things like that that put a lot of things into perspective. You start realizing, I am a huge people pleaser. The Lord is breaking me of that big time. And I'm just realizing, like, we don't know how long we have left in this world. Like, we don't know the days that we have. want this to stick out a little bit. I apologize for blowing my nose and sneezing. My allergies are a mess. And I could have just glued it on this side and had it flap open on the other side, which I may do next time. But that's super cute. That's cute. I want to see how it sticks out. That's nice. That's adorable. Adorable. Okay. Let's go here. Is this the one I cut? No, this is. This is. Okay. I said all that to say that sometimes hard things happen, weird things happen, things change in life, and it can bring us down, it can make us sad, but it can also bring new things, you know? At the same time, not only can it bring new things, but it can open your eyes to other things, you know? And every time I wake up and I feel angry towards him, I just take it to the Lord, you know? I just take it to the Lord and like, and I tell him, you know, Father, I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry at him. I'm angry at him for how he made me feel. And I've tried to tell him these things while he was still alive, but he had this facade that, like, he was perfect, even though he wasn't. I felt there are some things that have to do with everything that happened that are sad, that I feel sad about, but I don't feel sad about not wanting to be the only one to push for any type of relationship. I will never ever be that person again. I don't care if he was my whatever he was to me. One thing that this taught me is that I have to stop just putting up with things because I love people, or because I don't want to lose them, or because I'm afraid of what they'll say to me. That's something the Lord has really met me with, like not being afraid of people, of their reactions, not being afraid of the face of man, basically. I want to put this somewhere. That's cool. I want to put this somewhere like in the front. Even like right there. I kind of want to put this like on the front page. I just think that that is so cool. Oh, what if I cut that off? I love those masks. That is so cool. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that as soon as I find my scissors. I put up with a lot of what that side of the family has said to me. Things they've said to me, things they've thought about me. I've put up with it because I'm not a confrontational person. I never have been. And so I just let it go. I just let the whole thing go. But I had to come to a point where it's just like, what they think about me if I stand up and I tell them, no, he was not the greatest man that walked the world. No, he was a crappy father. He was, their opinion of that and their opinion of me after I say that, not my Sue, not my monkey. We can't spend our life letting the thought of what other people think of us control us. We can't spend our life like that. And even though he couldn't hear what I was saying to him, it felt good to get those things out. To finally open up and say it. That felt really good. I like that. I kind of want to take this, like that. I'm going to glue that down. But I'm wondering if I should put something underneath of it so that it doesn't show. Like, maybe... Oh, look at the dolphin. The dolphin is so cute. This was on the back of a magazine. I have this dolphin on the front of a notebook that I glued on. So even though this was a hard situation, it was a hard thing, it brought up a lot of emotions, a lot of anger that I didn't even know that I had. It was good in a way that it made me look at myself. It made me face my emotions, and it made me face the fact that I suffer in silence. Well, he just lived his life, and the rest of the family just thought that I was a horrible person, and I didn't stick up for myself. I didn't say anything, and I could have. I should have. Now that I have that cute dolphin up there, I kind of don't want to. Yeah. And then, because of that conversation, because of what happened, I called my brother. And I told him how I didn't like the way that he treated the family and the way that he talked to me, even though I've been nothing but there for him, you know? And I just was like, okay, for now on, I really need to stick up for myself and not be so worried about what people are gonna think. Here's to hoping these stars stick. I mean, I have a staple gun, so if I have to, I will literally, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Hold on, let me just do it like this. There we go. There we go. Okay, this has glue on it, so I'm gonna stick it somewhere as a tab. That makes a cool I'm sorry. I'm shaking it all around. I apologize. I'm just gonna stick that there as a cute little tab. That's cute. Okay. That's adorable. Okay, I'm gonna have to wind up like cutting a big chunk of this off. I love that. I think that's so cute. It's so colorful. I have trying to think where I put it. Maybe in here. I have like some colorful girls. These ones. It's Friday night, so I will be up for a while. I really want this girl right here. She's so cute. Maybe 2 girls. Maybe 3 girls. I don't know. I'm just going to take a few out and just look at them. Oh, look how cute. Adorable. She's cute. Love the cat ears. This one's totally me with my girls. These stickers are like a bunch of girls with cats, which is me. I'm a girl with a... This is a bunch of girls with cats, and I am a girl with a bunch of cats. Oh, 4. I'm a girl with women with 4 cats, which is, you know, kind of a bunch. I'm just gonna stick those right in there. I'm going to stick these on here just because I think that's cute. Here's the hoping I can get them off the backs. Adorable. And my fingers are all gluing together because of the glue. What are you doing, Sophia? Listen. Sticker. So adorable. This last one is being a pain in my butt. There we go. Love this. Okay, this is me with Pika. My one cat, Pika. All over up in my hair. All over the place. That's perfect for a first page. There's some... Oh, okay. These are like Bible study stuff. I need to take this out and put them in something else. Okay, so let me see our timing. We're at 33 minutes already. How is that? Okay. Let me... Isn't that so cute? I drew her, you know, a while ago. A long while ago. But this is our journal so far, our junk journal. And what this is... And that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. What this is a book that it was like, I forget what kind of book it was. I forget what kind of book it was. But anyways, I took out all the stuff from the inside. And then I glued, can you see 1, 2, 3 composition notebooks? And there, literally I duct taped them. And duct taped the spine. If you can see, I duct taped this in. I duct taped this notebook I literally hinge them with duct tape. Hinge them with duct tape. I like to do this. You can also do this traveler's notebook style, where you punch the holes in the spine and tie it, you know, like a traveler's notebook. And this is pretty. You can change. This is a pocket, and you can change these out that are in there. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. By the time this is done, it's going to be humongous. Humongous. Okay, the next thing that I want to do are all these. I want to go through and just kind of like glue some of these in there just to give me some backgrounds. I want to do this another time on the edge, except for I want to glue it the back and then leave this part to flap open. And then so I want it to be a combination of colorful and junky. Love this. Love these. Okay. Also, I love these. And these are perfect for like little journaling spots. But I want to go through here and there and just add in a couple of these cute little pockets. I mean, how cute. How cute is that? Love this rosebud one. And then these papers. This all came in like a vintage kit. Love that. Love that. That's adorable. There's like different size. And these like tear apart. So they're small, adorable. Adorable. Okay. So I want to do a combination. Because both of those are my style. I love vintage, shabby chic. But I also love colorful. These are cute little, I bet you. Hold on. I bet you that, if you cut off that right there, I bet you that would fit. Maybe let's check the width. No, but these would. Yeah, maybe. But those are all really cute. So these are all things that I kind of want to keep together to add. To just go back through and just to glue in. To kind of give like a background, like a starting place. Let's see. Shall we? maybe. You know, this would be nice. For it to, you know, open like that. I have tags. Yeah. So tags would just fit in there perfectly. That would fit perfectly. I also have some things like this, like these cute little images. Yeah, adorable. Adorable. Something else that I may do is while I'm watching some TV or something, go through here and add some watercolor. Like this watercolor set. I love this watercolor set. I love these colors, very pigmented. So just go through and just add, you know, some color. I can even use my ink. That would be nice. And then I also have like these like shimmery watercolors. That would be nice. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. I just got off the phone with my friend. But the night's still early for me. So I'm probably gonna go get a snack, get something to drink, organize my stuff, and then I'm gonna do a couple more videos. Like I want to do a walkthrough video of her. Let's actually put this way so you can see. I want to do a walkthrough video of her, which this is my Faith Filofax. Okay. So don't be surprised if you don't wake up tomorrow to even like a bunch of videos. Alright. Goodbye, you guys. And God bless. I'll talk to you really soon.